let's start there. Let's start on the ultra, I guess, and we can go down. So yeah, I see people doing like little workouts or little threshold, and these are things I have people do for the mile and the 5K, and hard strides and like a mile or two. My thinking is, you got 50 miles. You're not getting out the gate in something that mechanically is dangerous, which is why sometimes we do really intense warm-ups. Like if you're going to do a mile, popping off at mile race pace cold is a recipe to get hurt. Even at JFK, the fastest people might run 6-minute pace. It's pretty hard to get hurt 6-minute pace for a pro athlete. That's like kind of weird. So my logic is, okay, if the first mile, like if you only jogged maybe 5 minutes or you only did some static stretching, if the first mile is a little slower, or you integrate strides into the first mile or two, you can easily roll that into your race and not waste any mileage or effort before, because you have 50. And maybe you might be behind somebody the first mile or two, but you're always going to catch them towards the end because you're a little fresher. It's not like, oh, you wasted time, you'll never catch up. It's like, for a 50-miler race like this, that's pretty crazy. Like if you feel good the last 8, you should be able to catch anybody you want to catch, as long as you feel up to snuff. So personally, wouldn't really have anybody. I mean, it's very rare I'd have somebody doing anything, but we might talk about how to do those first 3 miles in a strategic way to get warmed up. Maybe on a pro athlete, there might be something a little more intentional, like a longer set of moving walking drills, maybe 5 minutes of running, but we would probably work the warm up into the first couple of miles to not waste mileage. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm kind of on the same page as you. Is warm ups and race distance have an inverse relationship. So the shorter the race distance, the longer the warm up and more intense the warm up is going to be.
Yeah.
Longer the race distance, the less intense the warm up is going to be. And when it comes to ultras in particular, is we're never touching that type of intensity or speed or even effort for the vast majority. If you're not going to touch, might not touch it at all. So like if you're warming up and you're doing strides and you're doing, skipping drills and, some threshold work, like you're warming up systems you're not going to touch the whole day. So while I understand that, like it can make you feel better right off the gun, you're also burning a little glycogen. You're also, spending unnecessary time on your feet, in my opinion, at least. So like for myself and coaching an ultra athlete, it would be like, hey, especially if it's cold, let's move a little bit. Let's walk. Let's do some dynamic drills. Let's get you opened up. Let's not just go right from sitting down and then running immediately. Let's at least get you moving a little bit, but I wouldn't have you do anything more than that. And I can see for a race like JFK, if you are going to run 6-minute pace, yeah, let's jog for 5 minutes and do some strides, some drills. Let's do some leg swings. Let's at least get you so you're not feeling bad right off the gun. But even for an athlete like that, I wouldn't have them do more than like a 5-minute jog with some light strides and drills, because I don't see a need for it.
Yeah. And yeah, like the thing that always cracks me up is when you go to ultras, and I get it a little bit, but you watch the start line, everyone takes off running. People don't realize how much of ultras are walking. And so people like warmed up running, they get off the start line, they run a mile, and they immediately start walking. In my head, I'm like, I wish you had flipped that, and we didn't waste that whatever mile you ran before, and you just walked off the line, and those 2 miles you were going to run, we ran somewhere on the course that gets you further towards the finish line. Because some people only have so many running miles in them, and I don't want any of them outside of the competition time. And so, yeah, like, and if someone's worried about not being warmed up, it's like, oh, I need to walk for a little bit, I need to jog. It's like, do that at the gun, like walk off the start line, like then do your 5-minute jog, walk a little, like you whatever protocol we set or you think you need, you can do that off the line, and at least you're moving towards the finish.
Like, bud, you're going to be out here for 16 hours. You have got plenty of time to warm up. Like, you don't need to do that ahead of time. And honestly, like, if you're like super geared up and warmed up ahead of the race, like to me, that's could be a recipe for getting out way too hard. And then all of a sudden you run that first mile hard, you feel good. And then you're in a group that's a little bit over your head. And then 15 miles later, you're totally fucked because you are, 15 minutes ahead where you need to be, and you've been running a minute per mile too fast. Like that's, to me, that's another one of the risks where I'd rather you feel a little janky off the gun, take your time, ease into it, be a group or two back from where you want to be. You have so much time to make up ground. Like if you're having a good day, you'll make that up and then some. So let's just be conservative there and safe. But
well, yeah, like you're saying, like if you're too warmed up, it's probably just gonna be easier for you to get out too fast.
mhm.
Like that's the only thought I had when I did Pikes, because it starts like a mile or two on the road, and I looked like I remember at one point this lady came up to me, and it's a road section, so I'm probably running like 6:30 pace, which for me is not too crazy. And this lady's next to me, like feels like she's sprinting, hyperventilating. I'm like, lady, we're about to climb a 14er. Like you are lactic, you are like VO2 max right now. Like what are you doing? Uh like if you have that kind of effort, wait till we're like up there, then do that. So yeah, I just yeah, and just with how much people walk and hike, even almost everybody in these races walks and hikes. And so it's just better to do that, so at least you're moving in the direction of the finish